Hi there, Internet. My name is ᴜsᴇғᴜʟ, and I'm one of etoro's most copied popular investors. And today, you have me in my running gear. Today, I wanted to talk about a category of questions that I get quite often. I categorize them. Other people probably don't realize that. And the answer to all of these questions, this category of question, is the portfolio is the strategy. And so, let me talk a little bit about the types of questions and what that answer means for you. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so the types of questions that I get within this category are things like, where's your positions are in a huge amount of profit, several 100%. I'm really worried to copy you right now because that seems high and like they're going to drop. Or it might be nearly the polar opposite, which is, whereas you've been closing some positions in red, and I'm getting worried. I'm not sure if I can be confident in a person that closes positions in red. Or sometimes it's about the portfolio overall. So you've made a lot of profit recently, and is now really the best time to copy you. Maybe I should wait for a market dip and get in a little bit later. So the answer to these questions, as I've already said, is the portfolio is the strategy. But let me explain it a little bit why, and bear with me here. I'm going to use a metaphor. I'm going to stretch the metaphor quite a lot. So imagine the portfolio is an ant colony. And the ant colony is made up of a lot of ants. And the goal of the colony is to expand. You want to grow bigger. You want to take over from the surrounding colonies. Now that colony is made up of several types of ants, many ants, and several types of ants. And some ants, they're gonna die in the pursuit of this goal. Sorry, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And mistakes will be made. Things are gonna go wrong. Not everything can go right for any colony of ants or population of animal, I guess. But the most important part is that as long as more ants survive than die and are able to execute the strategy, then the colony overall will survive and they will expand and be successful. And so that's what we're trying to do with our portfolio. It's not that every little ant is super key to the strategy. They are important because without all of the little ants, we wouldn't be able to expand. So those positions, individual positions, whilst they do bear some importance, the portfolio is more than the sum of its parts. And so just like that ant colony, there will be mistakes that are made in the portfolio. Some positions will be closed in the red. And as long as we are closing more in the green, a higher proportion of bigger positions in the green than those in red, then we are going to be successful because of the compounding effect. Something to note is that many of the world's greatest investors, they tend to, and I'm not sure why, but they tend to have a success rate of about 63% in terms of where success is the number of positions that they execute and make a profit on. And quite interesting to me as a mathematician is that this is the inverse of the golden ratio, which is quite an amazing phenomenon in nature. And I'll include a link to the golden ratio in the comments, but you find it throughout nature and art and the universe. All right, so a bit of a short video today, but what I'm trying to emphasize is that I'm happy to answer questions about the portfolio, any positions within the portfolio. People are interested, they want to learn and know my rationale for doing certain things, and I'm happy to do that. But try not to worry too much about the individual positions in terms of the real goal here, which is to make a hell of a lot more money. In order to know whether we are doing well or not, in that regard, you only need to look at the portfolio because the portfolio is the strategy. And so far, so good. All right, speak to you soon. Cheers.